Hello everyone, my name is Mandi Lynn. I'm the author of the fantasy novels Essence and I Am Mercy, soon to be published thriller novel She's Not Here, and the creator of authortube Academy. And today we are going to be talking about how to start your own publishing house. So first comes the question of why you would want to start your own publishing house. There's a lot of different reasons, but usually the main reason is if you want to use Ingram Spark to distribute your book better and to make it easier to have your book in stores, or if you would like your book as a hardcover. So to publish through Ingram Spark, you need to have your own publishing house, which is just what we're going to be talking about today. So one of the first things you need to do when it comes to forming your business is that you have to figure out what type of business you want, because there is indeed a few different types. So there's basically three main types of businesses. The first is an LLC, the second is a corporation, and the third is sole proprietorship. So corporation is really like big picture, LLC is like medium size, and sole proprietorship is like small size. But which one is best for you? Well, you kind of got to do the research and figure out the differences between all of them. If you're doing a small press, odds are you're going to end up doing a sole proprietorship or an LLC. I personally chose an LLC just from the research that I've done with other people I've talked to that have owned small businesses, and I just found that one worked best for me. But you'll have to do the research on the differences between all three of them. So I'm going to leave some information from LegalZoom down below if you would like to read up on a few of their blog posts. The next thing you'll need to do is that you will need to choose a name. More importantly, you need to choose a name that has not already been chosen. So to do this, I actually did this through LegalZoom, but you can also do it through your Secretary of State, and that just is basically going on there, starting the process of starting your business, and there will come to a point where it will allow you to search your business name, and it will tell you if that one has already been taken in your state or not. So even if it hasn't been taken in your state, you do still want to take that name and Google it just to see what comes up, because eventually you're going to want to start a website and you're going to want to make sure that you don't have any competition. So even if someone else hasn't taken the business name, you want to make sure that it hasn't been used somewhere else for something odd and obscure. The next thing you want to do is actually start filing the paperwork. So you can either do that directly through LegalZoom, or you can do it yourself through your Secretary of State. So LegalZoom is great because they do it all for you, and it's idiot proof. You can't screw up. Doing it on your own is also great because honestly, it's not that hard to do and you save a lot of money. LegalZoom will charge you a lot for doing all the paperwork on your behalf, and you end up usually paying almost twice as much as you would if you did it all on your own. So what I suggest is that you take a full day, just a couple of hours where you're gonna sit down and do that boring paperwork and just make sure you check all your boxes. I don't know how it is for all states, but in the state of Connecticut, it was actually very easy to go on to the Secretary of State site and start filing stuff, and they walked me through all of it, and I just made sure I didn't miss anything. And then you'll also notice when you're on the Secretary of State website, they will start asking for an EIN. So an EIN is your employee identification number. It's basically your social security number, but for your business. So you as a person have a social security number, but your business has an EIN. So that just makes sure that taxation wise, everything stays separate, and liability wise, if your business doesn't go in debt, you aren't also going to be screwed over. There's a few other things that you need to like file for and kind of sort of pay for, but because I am not a lawyer, I'm not going to be giving you advice. So again, if you'd like to learn more about legal jargon and things that I don't quite understand, I will leave as much information as I can linked down below so you can read up on that and kind of do your research. But just keep in mind, when you start an LLC, you'll probably have annual fees that, you know, you gotta pay for, so just make sure that's in mind. So when you have your own business, it's not just starting up the business, it's also maintaining the business over the years. You're also gonna want to start a business bank account, so you're not blurring the worlds between your business and your finances. You want to make sure they're two separate things. You're also going to want to consider starting a company credit card. That way you can start making investments and different things like that. But once all that annoying paperwork and kind of filing for stuff part is done, you can start doing the fun stuff. So what I recommend is that the first thing you do is you design a logo. So this is the logo for Stone Ridge Books. I love it. I had the concept, I described it to a designer, and they made it perfect. So how did I get my logo? Well, I used Fiverr.com. So I will leave Fiverr down below. It's basically all freelance people, whether it's graphic design, editors, or teachers. It's a whole hub of freelancers that their prices start at $5 and go up from there. I paid $25 for this logo, but that's because I wanted multiple options, and I just like having the flexibility of being able to change things if I needed to. The next thing you're going to want to do is to create a website for your publishing house. So there's the two basic website hosts. There is a WordPress website or there is a Wix website. So once you've started creating your website and stuff, you want to make sure you also register your domain name so it has a custom domain name. It's not like stoneridgebooks.wordpress.com or stoneridgebooks.wix.com. You want it to just be stoneridgebooks.com. And last but not least, once you have your website all set and it's up and running, your domain is registered, you're gonna need to start filling it with stuff. You're gonna need a page all about the author, a page all about the books, and a page about submissions, whether you are accepting submissions or not. And last but not least, I would like to say you should have a mission statement for your business as well. So this is just saying who formed the business and what are your goals with the business. You know, just think, what is your goal as a business? If you ever take on other authors, what do you hope to bring them in for, or what do you hope they bring to you, and different things like that. So just Google a little bit different business mission statements, and you can also check out the statement I made for Stone Ridge Books. But that's about it. That's basically how you start a publishing house. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any other comments down below. Otherwise, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.